the mystical art of kickboxing, even though it's more about Muay Thai.
Because you see,
Yeah.
People. We talked about this as a movie that's out currently. A working man, and we talked about villain factions being very multicultural, in a sense. And 1980s and 90s was chock full of villains who were always of Middle Eastern descent.
Yeah.
Due to the time that we were living in.
Yeah, and Tom Poe in this movie is a Moroccan Belgian of descent, and this is a character that pops into two kickboxing movies. He's in Lionheart, and he was in Kickboxer Vengeance,
and the sequel.
Yeah. Revengeance. I don't think it's Revengeance. I'm just saying it to be funny. I think it's actually Retribution.
Yeah, Retribution.
Or
Vengeance is first, and then the Retribution was the second one.
What's there? Why there needs to be Retribution?
Because it's kick ass. All right,
I thought the hero won. What is he? Why did it need to be Retribution?
Why did Best of the Best have a sequel?
Why did the Universal Soldier movies have sequels?
I do you one better than anybody that can speak the English language worked on Cyborg, because I can't tell.
Actually, our man Tom Poe was actually the fight choreographer for Cyborg.
It is funny that this is starting the beginning of what I like to call Jean-Claude Van Damme has friends. And
you see,
no, seriously.
On the illustrious set of Breakin', after he did the scene of him breakdancing at the Santa Monica Pier, he met people in Hollywood. That movie actually was a thing.
That's not a joke. That's when he got hooked up with Sheldon Lettich, and because Sheldon Lettich said, "All right, so this dude I know, he told me about this whole underground fight thing he was in, right? I think you'd be perfect for it. Voulez-vous share avec moi?" Oh yeah, I forgot you don't speak English. So a year later, that's when they got to talk to Van Damme. Actually, though, at that point, Van Damme was doing kickboxing before he got back into before he started doing acting again. And this is the interesting thing about this movie, is that you have Jean-Claude, who knows how to kickbox. He was a proven kickboxer. Always was told by several different people, and one of them being Seagal, and you just ignore that he's really not that great. One of them being Chris's boy, because and I gotta be real too, Jesus didn't ever tap out. So but you know,
that got data.
He got data, but it's funny that he gets it from him. He also gets it from Don the Dragon Wilson, and Don the Dragon Wilson is a legend. He is a legend in the martial arts community. Don't even fuck the movies for a second. In the martial arts community, Don the Dragon Wilson is like the real deal. Now you're probably saying to yourself, who is Don the Dragon Wilson? Let me tell you, Don the Dragon Wilson is. He is beneath Billy Blanks. Now you understand the ranking system.
TC 2000.
That tells you.
Wow, dog. That's how you feel about Don the Dragon Wilson?
Look, and let me look, though, because Don the Dragon Wilson did it to himself. And I say it for one reason. Number one, you can't act, nigga. It ain't my fault. I ain't do it to you. I ain't tell you to come into a system that you weren't accustomed to like that. But I respect you because you're trying to be in a different place. That's like me. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna stop talking. Point is, Don Wilson. Don Wilson's a legend. And he's always been on the ass of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, why was the reason why he really got mad at him like that? Now, I think it's just out of competition. You know what I mean? Like, the best person in that field should be the best person that's on screen. Because everybody had the idea that Bruce Lee was on in movies. Therefore, he's the best martial artist of all time. Which, by what metric? By what metric was he the best one of all time? And I'm saying this as somebody that respects the legacy and what Bruce Lee has done for everybody, not just in action movies, but movies in general. Who the fuck he beat? Anyway, the point is this. The point is, I think that's how Don Wilson went with it. So he always wanted to go against Jean-Claude. Funny enough, the person that is in this movie is Dennis Alexio, who is playing the brother in this movie, in the movie of Jean-Claude's brother in this movie. Yeah. Here's the fun thing about Dennis Alexio. Imagine, if you will, Michael Jordan does Space Jam. Crazy. And when the Monstars show up the first time to like, yeah, Looney Tunes, shoulder bump him, Michael Jordan twists his ankle and collapses to the ground, almost having a heart attack. And at that point, until the end, it is up to Bugs Bunny to save the day. Not calling Jean-Claude Van Damme Bugs Bunny. But do you see how fucking retarded this is? Do you understand the situation that is? Dennis Alexio, the only person of note that anybody knows who Dennis Alexio has lost to was Don the Dragon Wilson. But that was very, very, very early in their career. And I got to be really honest with you. I do know combat sports, but that's in the 80s, and I know nothing of the temperature of kickboxing at the time. But I heard it was actually kind of high at the time. It was kind of the late 80s. I heard it was gangster, so I don't know.
I will say, like, I get where you're coming from, D. I get where you're coming from, but that would completely defeat the purpose of Van Damme even being in this movie if it went the way that you think.
Oh yeah, of course.
And on top of that. Do you really want to see Alexio act?
What are you talking about? Of course I want to see him act.
No.
Smiling Italian.
No. Never mind the lustrous Jerry curl that he was rocking.
Thank you.
Never mind that.
How can I not? It was beautiful. Come on, look at it.
Look, for 89, he rocked it, all right, and it was sick. It was sick.
That Jerry curl mullet, yeah.
But do we really want to see 90 minutes of Alexio?
Come on, where's the ice?
Can you move like me?
Now, real talk. That was actual speed that he showed.
It was actual speed.
But you know what ruins that
Uncle
for
Rico
me?
head ass shit.
That's what, yeah. That was actual speed, but real talk, you know what ruins it? The sound of someone jerking off in the ADR going. I'm like, yo, I got headphones on. Hey.
Yo, pause, my guy.
Can you imagine somebody actually does do that? They whip their dick out to get that sound effect.
Oh, great. Oh,
hey, yo.
Oh.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
No, I'm just saying that would be funny as shit. They actually record that sound, and somebody was like, "Hey, how'd you make that sound?" It's a trade secret.
Trade secret. Like, I can't
tell
nobody.
If you just said crushed bananas and yogurt in a trash bag,
I believe that. You don't tell me you whip your dick. You don't tell me you whip it out and just start. And he stands up.
What the fuck?
Feverishly.
Dude, we're not even recording. I know. Why did you not break eye contact with me?
Stop. Yo, Tevin. Dennis Alexio evading good acting and taxes.
Dennis Alexio,
which is why he is locked up to begin with.
I will say this.
Christ.
Dennis Alexio is one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. Real talk, he really is.
Yeah.
I will say this. And D is going to flex his little big brain knowledge of combat sports. You ain't never fought on Nestus. I'm gonna throw that out there. That's a black man. And I'm pretty sure you probably did fight Maurice Smith, but I'm gonna act like you did. You ain't fight Maurice Smith, nigga. So there you go.
I mean, come on. All right, look. All right. This is just my own KOF 98 dream match slugfest. I would like to see Alexio versus Bob Sapp.
Damn right. That actually would have sold in Japan. His last fight was in 1999, and that's the funny thing to me. That was during the height of K1, and I thought
UFC was like on the come up a little bit.
UFC just beginning, and I don't think he would have did UFC, but still, he didn't do K1, which was the biggest thing in the world. Biggest on kickboxing in one world.
If there was ever a Lethal Weapon version of a martial arts movie starring two white guys, it has to be like a Dennis Alexio, Frank Dukes movie.
Dennis Alexio and Frank Dukes.
Oh man. Together. Where like Frank Dukes plays the guy that thinks he's badass, and then like Dennis Alexio's character is the one that calls him out on that shit. Like, the fuck is that?
Pretty much, and they both have to go on a 90-minute quest, and Frank Dukes actually gets to prove his martial arts prowess.
At the same time, hold on.
No, hold on. He gets to prove it. And then Alexio tells him, "Yeah, now you can go back home with a believable story."
Mr. Bloodsport over here.
Some line. Hey, you're not that bad of a kicker. You're not that bad of a puncher, or some bullshit like that. Got the guitar riff in the background. Oh, no.
Stan Bush singing.
Cisco Ebert gives it 3 thumbs up.
Never gonna be near me.
Stan Bush puts out a song called 25 Miles an Hour. That's just the name of the song.
Going real slow, 25.
Back when music
was
music.
25.
Oh, and that song was and the album was sell too, because movie soundtracks of the 80s and 90s was
guys.
Where else are you gonna do that cocaine off of?
But guys, everybody loves a winner.
Yes, everybody loves a winner. And everybody loves a winner, and we all know to never surrender, never back down.
Hey, so I got to say something. Now, first off, this picture that I got right here, this is them taking a picture of a bunch of naked boys jumping into the river.
So I'm going to blame that on the jump cutting.
I don't blame it on the kid. Look, Aaron, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I blame it on the camera work. I really don't even. I think that picture, that shot of them on the boat taking pictures, I really think that happened like.
Hey, Alexio.
That was like a half a mile. No. I really think Van Damme took that picture like a half a mile away from all of that.
That's within the legal limits. You got to be about 150 feet.
Look, we in Thailand, nigga. The word legal and limit is a varying degree.
It's blurred lines, folks. Blurred lines.
So
that will be the song.
Blurred lines. No Robin Thicke.
Guys, don't worry. Everybody get up.
Sir, whoa. You can't sing that song. We're not trying to get sued by the Marvin Gaye.
Tell them old gay niggas shut up. I'm from DC. They can't sue me. Don't be.
Want to sue anybody?
Want
to sue anybody. Need to sue them naked girls in the video.
No.
Need to sue. What you need?
Like, what was they there for?
Tell you something.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, real talk. Somebody told me, some girl was like, Robin Thicke, he lost my vote because he left his black wife. That black wife he left was whiter than you ever fucking. He was the black one in the relationship. What are you talking?
And she was probably more toxic than you will ever know.
Oh, I bet she was, man. But I'll be honest with you. Robin, and I like Robin Thicke. That looked like a white man that will cheat on his.
Gotta be honest with you, man. There's a
you put this. Okay. I did, but listen to the reason why I did. No, listen to why I did it though.
Guys, in the illustrious 80s and 90s, when they came to martial arts mentors, Dennis Chan is who you get if you can't get Pat Morita or Mako.
This dude, I like how he did come off as a Wawa version of Master Roshi.
The Wawa version.
You got a fucking Japanese guy playing. You got a Chinese guy playing a fucking
a Thai man.
People don't realize Dennis Chan.
We got a Belgian dude whose brother is all the way.
I want people to understand Dennis Chan has been a part of Hong Kong cinema for a while.
Yes, he
so
has.
The fact that he broke through in America playing these type of roles, it worked out for him in a very weird way.
Unsuspecting Asian man, gentle, look like uncle.
Because he was in The Quest as the guy that also had a Muay Thai protege.
That is so funny how how Van Damme stays in contact with some of his co-stars.
Yeah, he was in all the direct-to-DVD.
Because he'll bring him back and be like, "Hey, I need you for this movie. I need you for this movie."
Hey,
playing the exact same character that you played in 1989.
Sir, the check cleared.
Again, this is clearly I got friends now.
Yeah. I mean, look, he gets Bolo in like what, 2 movies?
I think he did get Bolo in 2 movies.
He did. He got Bolo.
I think he
got
did.
No, 3 if you count Bloodsport. So Bloodsport, Double Impact.
Bloodsport, Double Impact, and
there was another one. I know there was another one.
No, just the 2. I think it's just the 2.
It might just be those 2.
Fuck, I could have, but either which way, that's still a friend.
Or Bolo almost got him for Tiger Claws.
Pretty much.
How awesome would that have been if Bolo got him for Tiger Claws?
He just shows up out of nowhere. How you got trouble? And just like does a high kick and some shit.
but I mean, I think the dead giveaway of Dennis Chan being very Chinese was that Chinese mustache that he has to try to masquerade as like it's just like that mustache just it's like, bro, you're not Thai, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
I'm like look. Here's the thing. And I understand that much like the Negro diaspora, the Chinese diaspora, yeah, there's a bunch of y'all that look as dark as Thai people.
Oh,
and then there's some of y'all that are like Korean pale, and it's weird. like yes, I understand. There's a rainbow, if you will, of Chinese people. And I heard that white people, how's there a rainbow when you're yellow? Shut up, you racist. Shut up. Tired of your shit. I know one of you said it, but anyway. But still, I don't think this guy looks anywhere. Also,
ancient Chinese proverb.
You want to learn Muay Thai, but one must learn himself.
Understand, Muay Thai.
That's the reason why they got him in the movie.
Muay Thai in these movies is literally if I can kick a tree or kick something real hard, is it going to break my leg?
No, the way they treat Muay Thai in this
you're taking a full-on bamboo tree. Your leg is about to be looking like linguine, sir.
Sir, your whole calf muscle is gonna go. I mean, your whole shin is gonna go. No, stop it! Don't kill me. How is this life? God in the agony. That's what's going to happen.
This can't be life. This can't be love. What more can I say?
Look, I've seen John Jones.
Oh God! It was all good just a week ago.
Money, cash, hoes.
You made it.
Stop! You don't know. Stop! You don't know what you're doing.
No. Come on.
Hey, Poppy.
It's supposed to be an emotionless.
Hey, Poppy.
So the tree would clearly say, "You don't know what you know." No.
Dog, like, look, my in my head, knowledge of
what
Muay
you
Thai,
do is wrong.
I'm glad we have.
I know that's not Jay-Z. I messed up. That's not Jay-Z.
You made it a hot line, and I made it a hot
song.
I gotta be real. It's kind of wild to me that in the pantheon of anything that we know about Muay Thai, like live action, Tony Jaa obviously showed it off in Bangkok because that was a movie that really was like, oh shit, this is Muay Thai.
I would say between Bak and Tom Yong-gun, the Protector.
Yeah.
A lot of those shots was just Tony Jaa looking like he got shot out of a cannon to just like to give everybody the tiger knee. You know, at least like if he has 6 fight scenes that he had to do in a movie, 3 of them is him just the opening, like the start of it is him just being shot out of a cannon on screen and just kneeing somebody in the chest.
Mm-hmm. I think really when it comes to the presence of Muay Thai in America, it's one of the nicher ones. Like I think in America, it's like at least for right now, I can't speak for back then, but right now it's like Krav Maga. Then it's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Then I will say Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Then you got your karates, your karates. People, even though Tai Chi is not a practice and art to fight with, people put it in there.
Sir, what do you mean? The man of Tai Chi said otherwise, sir.
Sir, Tai Chi master says otherwise.
Yeah, Tai Chi master.
And also, let's be real. That's how a lot of older Asian people get to live past 93.
Okay, I want all y'all to stop right the fucking now. Okay, I mean this. Tai Chi, yes, it can be practiced and it can be used against, level 1 opponents. Level one, because I swear to God, if you get a boxer that shows up, I don't care how delicate flower move at speed. No, I don't care what you do. It's going to get folded. But I have something funny to put there. Do you know that a Tai Chi person would put an Aikido person in a full blender? Do you know that Aikido is the bottom row?
Because
it's the bottom shit. It's the Velikov.
D, hear me out. There is a part, and D's muted, but Chris, hear me out. You remember that part from Tai Chi Master when Jet Li took on the Emperor's men, and it looked like his feet were nailed to the floor, and we just see him move around like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man?
Yeah.
I genuinely laughed at that part because I said, dude, this is when it turned into a cartoon. Thank you.
My thing is this. Any like I said, any art that you choose, they always have like their own type of presence in America. And for whatever reason, this was during a time where we just saw a movie where a dude made up that there's a secret kumite in the middle of the jungle that happens.
Not in the jungle, sir. It wasn't in the jungle. It's a hidden martial arts tournament in the middle of the concrete jungle of Hong Kong.
Hidden, world famous hidden tournament.
Yeah, and the only way you can get in is by walking up to a Hong Kong native. You give him that look like you straight, speak a little bit of Chinese to him, and he gives you the thumbs up and says, "Okay, USA."
I want people to understand we were a proper nation.
We were a proper world, sir.
First off, hey, listen to me, little nigga. Where the Shaq Fu fall? You know what? I hate. Look,
a notch below G. Kundo, sir.
One of my favorite people in the world is Shaquille O'Neal.
That fucking
Shaq just thought he could put his name. Shaq to this day think he could just put his name on something and then like it's a compound word and it's going to sell. And you know what? You know what, Shaquille? You shooting at 67%. You're not that bad with it. I'm not hating. I love Shaq.
Shout outs to him for coming out that one time when they called his name. I forgot what talk show he was at, but he came out and did 2 full-on roundhouse kicks. There's unbelievable roundhouse kick ever. Somebody basically made it a meme and said, "Hey yo, we getting the new Shaq Fu."
No, I'm telling people right now.
Fu. It was one of the worst games ever. I had
the
Shaq
pantheon Fu. For my money, in the pantheon of shit like FMV type games. Okay. Shaq Fu is definitely shit, but the most entertaining shit is the Jackie Chan fucking what the fuck was the name of that game?
Master.
Yes, the Stunt Master with it's like the 4 different iterations of Jackie Chan.
That was a Jackie Chan Fist of Fire.
Yeah, Fist of Fire, where you get the 3-4 tiers of Jackie Chan, where it's like Project A2, where he's like the general, is like S tier Jackie Chan.
The other one is Drunken Master Jackie Chan. Basically, all 4, and they had the nerve to put fatalities in that game.
But it was entertaining shit.
Oh yeah, because Jackie was the most broken character.
Shaq Fu with this, and you play the game, it is the most fast and loose fighting game in existence. And it had the nerve to come out with like an HD sequel or some bullshit.
Shaq had the nerve to have him flipping in the game. That's all I have to say.
Didn't tear ACL either. Crazy.
Hey, look, Shaq, Shaq, I can do it. Shaq, you were 300-something pounds in your youth. You couldn't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, this movie though. Nah. This dude's brother. When you see a man kicking plastic
a low-bearing pillar.
A pillar. Just like
a support beam.
A support beam.
A support beam, if you will. Hold on. Before you do, I just wanted to mention the trifecta of athletes in video games, sirs. Shaq Fu, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City, and Barkley, Shut Up and Jam. I put up Scottie Pippen's game and if I am mistaken, Sean Kemp's game up to bat for that too. If I'm mistaken, Sean Kemp had a game. I don't think he did. I think I'm making that up. I feel like Sean Kemp. I feel like somebody else. I think like Magic Johnson had his own one. God, I feel like somebody else had one. I don't know what it was. Whatever.
I don't know, man. But like I said, my man's his brother is the most American, cocky person ever. Like, yo, bring them all on. Hey
guys, before we go to the fight, guys, I want to know: are we going to Fire Cat? We going to Fire Cat, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay. I got another question. Are we going to Dive Bar or Jugs Bar? I don't know which one you want.
It's 89, so let's say Jugs Bar.
We in Thailand, guys. Thailand.
Given the sound of Chris's mic picking up that boom, I want to go to Jugs Bar.
Yeah, we're going to Jugs.
Hey, guys, I got a question. Here's a good question. If if those are separate parts of the club,
and they're on the third floor,
I know, right? And look, if those are 2 separate parts of the club, I got a question. Which club are you going to most likely see Dick in? Which we're in Thailand. We're in Thailand.
100% confirmed. Thigh Bar.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's not a Thigh Bar, man.
I know. But anyway, guys, let's finish off the night. Let's go to Pussy Alive. You know what? I got to be real with you. I bet it's stinking there.
Gotta be honest with you, man.
It's in the middle of a Thailand summer. Yo, let's go.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real.
Drop the P. That's the second thing I say when I walk in there. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh no!
Wow, man! Trout season, man. Hey man,
why are you here?
Put them scallops on ice in there, bro. Golly.
The reason why the AIDS epidemic went wild.
I smell like I need obeying that motherfucker.
Habibi firebombing got a missile to. If some robbers come through, then I guarantee.
Anyway,
that clip never gets old.
It soon will one day, eventually. But until then,
we watch as we watch Sagat beat the shit out of Dan in the fucking ring.
So I got a question. First off, before we get to the fight, now we seen the doom, doom, doom. Now I got a question. This is still during that time where we could just make up crap. Uh-huh. This is right up the 80s alley. Let's make him look as Asian as possible, but at the same time, make him look like he's like some Mongolian warrior or some crap like that. Like they made this dude who is Moroccan, which means he's actually a nigga.
Nigga. Come on,
I need the timestamp it for me. I need to find that clip of Pokimane saying, "Nigga, you ain't funny." I need to find that clip. The next time you mention somebody Moroccan.
Look, I want people to understand, again, we were very unhinged at the time. I think me and D have laughed hysterically at the great late Michael Forster playing a Israeli terrorist.
Oh God, that was too good. That girl had no business being unintentionally funny.
Obvious ball wig is what's killing me though.
Nah, you know what's getting me? You know what's really getting God? That is a ball wig. But you know what's getting D? Look at the anime vein in the middle of his eyes right there.
Hey, I watched Baki. They actually have a Tong Po type character in Baki, I believe.
First of all, let's get a couple of things out the way here. What I liked was his introduction. No music, no fanfare, no nothing. It's just the sound of plaster coming off the ceiling and the sound of a shin kicking a support beam.
I want people to understand. I saw
and you know what I like the most? The fear. The fear.
The eyes. It's the
best acting Jean-Claude has ever did. He didn't have to say anything. That's what makes it so
all I'm saying is my man
nothing.
My man kicking the pillar, my fucking shins was hurting watching that shit.
Because the last one he did that last one, you heard a little toop out of that. I was like, he fucked up his whole shit.
No. The last one was him attacking it with the elbow, remember?
Oh yeah.
Look,
that right there, when he did that flex on him break, I was like, here's me. Hey Tom. How you know that was the opponent or somebody, never mind.
It didn't matter.
Second of all, I got a good question. Who the fuck booked this?
Vince Russo production.
Yo, because and I'm not talking on Tong Po's side. All right, you can only blame the pit bull for being a pit bull.
First off, it's his brother being the cocky person said, "Bring on anyone," which means that any back alley person can fucking step to the plate, and Tong Po is that back alley person.
Well, I was gonna say Freddie Lee, sir. That was Freddie Lee. That was Freddie Lee.
Because of course his name is Freddie Lee.
Do you know what I loved about this guy? The guy in the blue, y'all. Do you know what I love about? He was dubbed by the great Jim Cummings. That's right. You hear the Mr. Winnie the Pooh himself. $5. When he did the $1 million. When he said that, I was like, oh, bother.
No, sir. You hear all of Sat AM, Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
Yeah.
That's who I'm hearing.
Yes, delicious. Yes.
First off, sir, this movie was right with Tojo Clan affiliate.
Hey, shut the fuck up. See, I was going to say that. I was about to say that. I was about to do the whole Yakuza thing. Do. I was going to do that.
Okay, fine. Like, nah. No. I'll tell you who booked it, and I'm going to use one that's even more obscure. It was the Chio Men.
Nigga.
It was the Chio Men from Shinmo.
I have never heard.
If anybody knows anything about Pride FC, the fighting, the whole Pride jump, it was legit ran by the Yakuza, and they would do shit like this. Well, they'll get like a muscle man versus a midget and shit like that. They would do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like a 6'5", like a 7 foot woman fighting like a man that's.
I gotta be honest,
that crap, man.
Look. I'm just saying.
This don't surprise me.
If I see a guy kicking a pillar and I have to fight that dude, nah, you got it, buddy.
Turn into Dane Cook. You want to get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go steer some break dance.
Where's the door?
Where's the door?
Let's go upstairs and break.
No, because here's the thing about Tom Poe, like not Bolo, but what's this character in Bloodsport?
Mishima Zaibatsu. Hey yo, that's was late 80s Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. What up, Super Smash? But what I'm saying is, it's like I see a guy do that. It's just like, no, we're done. We're not even fighting. You know what, buddy? I will break my brother's leg. Like, you ain't playing today. Bow. And just
no. My boy Alexio. Yeah, where the fuck was the ice? Thank you.
My man. First of all, the way that when Van Damme was trying to tell him, and I love the fact that if you watch that scene, it looked like Van Damme forgot his line because it took him a solid minute for him to get his thoughts together.
Is that language barrier?
He goes, he gets his thoughts together. He's like, Eric, don't do this. I've seen this guy. He's crazy. He's freaking crazy. He said, look, don't go out there. All right. Can we just cancel this fight? Can we please just cancel it? And when he tells him no, he was like, he mentioned legs and he was like, legs. This guy was kicking one of these with his freaking legs and the plaster from the ceiling was falling down. Alexio, so what? I'm sorry.
So what?
What?
No. Wait. Look. I know. I just stepped off to go get some ice for you, but I need to know what level of Thai cocaine are you snorting right now? Because I need some of that.
How much y'all getting paid?
Enough to cover that. His being a paraplegic for life.
Because when you tell me that. I just told you that a dude, when I tell you that the dude who was about to fight me was kicking the support beam to the building and the plaster from the ceiling was falling down from
the man was so mad he was fighting the building, nigga.
He was fighting when the man decides to do the special stage from Street Fighter 2 in the arena.
And they looked at the wall and said, "Nah, plink, plink, plink."
Dude, this was some Mishima fucking level of toughness training.
Who booked this fight?
Freddie Lee D. I'm gonna keep telling you that.
Here's what I knew when I knew my man was done. He punches Tom Poe, and Tom Poe ate the punch like, the fuck was that? I was like, oh, you're dead.
Nah, I liked it. I knew it was over.
When he eats the punch and smiles, that's when you know, throw in the towel.
I knew it was over when he picked this nigga up against the rope and immediately started serving him knees. And I was saying, hey, I gotta be real with you. Here's me.
Them 8 on knees. Them 8 on knees.
I gotta be real. I was looking at that. I'm like, all right, I know kickboxing and Muay Thai. Break it up.
Nah, buddy.
Break it up.
This is back
break
out.
It, thank you. Now you broke it up.
Nah, and then when I like the fact that he said, man, did you see that? He caught me with an elbow. That's the way that they fight here. Didn't anybody tell you that?
Yo,
so that being said, stop.
You said you want to come here and fight the way that they fight.
So that being said, in a minute. This nigga agreed to be in the fight. It didn't even know who he was fighting. And number 2, didn't respect the art that he was fighting against. He already set himself up for danger, man.
He really did.
All this.
Hold on. Hey, Super Smash, real quick. This movie is more connected to Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat. Bloodsport was what inspired Mortal Kombat.
This is Street Fighter in the sense that this is basically Ryu versus Sakai.
It really is. I mean, Tong Po is literally the inspiration for Sagat.
He did Tiger Genocide, his brother. Apparently, all you take is a fucking large elbow to the spine, and somehow your
I have to say, Jean-Claude's yelling face is one of the more underrated faces
it's
that
the
we have.
Angry face from our Moroccan friend that's scaring
me. I like how he has no.
Van Damme's no face from the 80s is chef's kiss.
Also,
we honestly only got 2 of these. It was this and Bloodsport.
Also, I want you to notice that the waist is actually high because that's what the waist is supposed to be. And he's supposed to look, and it actually shows the depth of the penis. That's what they show. It shows the depth of the penis.
By the way, when he took when his brother's getting worked over in that corner, and he's
worked over shit.
And when he told him, like, dude, I got caught with an elbow, and he's like, look, man, the music is driving me crazy. I'm like, yeah, if I was getting the business, from a literal sagat while they're playing that flute music, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that.
I want to hear it. I'm losing, and the crowd's going. I don't want to hear it. Come back in the game, and they won't be celebrating.
Yo, let me tell you something. My man's brother, this dude,
threw in the towel, and Tom Poe kicked the towel.
I like how he threw the towel right at Tom Poe. What the fuck is that?
Yo, why did Tom Poe? Bro, Tom Poe really did pull the fucking Raging Demon with that elbow to the back.
But here's my thing. And all right, you know what? Look, I don't know the human anatomy, but I don't think that will sever the spine to be paralyzed.
I would say at best it's a bruised spine, so you ain't gonna be walking like maybe a 2 minutes.
I believe just because off of sheer power alone, power and height alone.
Mystic Asian power.
No.
Don't forget about that mystic Asian power.
No, there's nothing mystic about Tom Poe. That is just straight. That is straight up
the North African.
That is the. I'm going off a character here. That is all of Bangkok going into that man's spine.
Errors. That ain't the first time or the last time somebody would use that line about a man being in Bangkok.
All I'm saying is Tom Poe.
Except it ain't going into his spine, if you know what I mean.
Look, all I'm saying is this is a guy that kicks pillars. It stands to reason he could probably fucking paralyze somebody. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I don't know, man.
Hey, hold up, Soup. Okay, Soup. You are correct on that. For Tom Poe to be the inspiration visually for Goro, that does make sense. I mean, come on, the dude has like the full-on ponytail, which is what they gave to Goro.
And it would be because the director saw an episode of Dragon Ball. He said, if Goku can do that to Burner, maybe I can do that to his brother.
Also, and I'm really reaching the archives for this one. It was the icons from G4. Old good G4, by the way, Icons episode of Mortal Kombat where they mentioned Bloodsport.
Did that tip come with Doritos and a Monster Energy drink?
No, sir. That was Doritos.
You see, kids, at one point, G4 was actually an informal place to learn about video games.
First of all, it wasn't Doritos and a Mountain Dew Code Red, sir. That was at least half a bag of Fritos and Surge.
No, Volt.
Fine.
Don't say that. Surge was gone by the time G4 came out, bro.
I blame. You know what?
It was gone.
Not unless you just went to that one bodega, that one
got the last stock.
That one family grocery store that still had access to Surge.
Hold on, drink a crusty ass Surge, man. If you said Fruitopia, I would believe that.
Hey, y'all remember when G-Force Energy was like popping for like a hot section?
Man, I do remember that.
All those boys end up becoming sterile. They can't have no babies. They got sued. They just.
But with everything, I'm just saying, with everything that happened,
I mean, the back alleyness of it all. Your brother's paralyzed. They put him on a fucking cot like it's MASH and just throw him out on the street.
And just left him right outside, which was wild.
The second that gate closed, I lost it. Okay, white man, you on your own. Click.
The man said, take him to a hospital. I'm like, that's how you know whoever booked this, there was no insurance.
Dude, they got his street clothes on him. So it's like my man was in agony and pain from paralyzed. Then he slapped his clothes.
Van Damme holding a ripped up belt.
Oh, yeah. Because when you're the champ, you just take the belt and rip it in half.
Topo.
Anyway,
we didn't do that meme with the Topo head.
I keep forgetting that I actually got to change up that meme. Great, go make me work for it anyway. But luckily, it's an '80s movie, so
Black Sidekick time.
Black Sidekick time, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, Vietnam treated this black man really, really good.
Because this guy,
when you get to be a 1989 Drebin in Thailand, hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Haskell Anderson,
aka everybody's uncle who you knew and then mysteriously died in 1994, and none of your parents will tell you why he died. Yeah, he's one of them.
He's one of those. No, he's one of those.
AKA, he is the friend that you need to have when you are in a foreign country.
But I also feel this is very true to life, because I truly feel there were some people that when Vietnam was over, they stuck around and they get these type of jobs. I feel that's a real thing.
A bunch of guys in special forces did that, and that's why you see a bunch of white guys in the Middle East having Starbucks and a sandwich in Saudi Arabia. Like, what do you do out here? Actually, I do blah 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 blah. You run guns, kinda, but isn't that illegal? Not when you're doing it for Uncle Sam. What?
When he said, listen,
3BG weapon dealers new.
When he says, listen, I just live my life out here. Everybody minds their own business, and I just, and I get to just chill. And I said, yeah, that sounds like every expat between Southeast Asia all the way up to South Korea.
It sounds like he saved up some money to when he finally does decide to go back to the States, he can buy a house.
Bro, I don't think. First of all, when you're living that good in Thailand, there is no going back to the States.
No, I'm saying stocking up money, maybe.
Eric, you know that is true, because eventually they're like, all right, you done playing out there. You gotta go back home. Oh man, well, time for me to go back home and pick one of the whitest parts of America to live at, and then shame black people for not trying as hard as I did. AKA, that's what I'm gonna do.
AKA live in Frederick, Maryland. Boom.
That's a little bit too close to the niggas.
Yeah,
that's an earshot of black folk. That's an earshot of black folk. Baltimore, a little bit too close.
So Cumberland is what you're saying?
Yeah, there we go. There's more like it. I gotta walk to a general. Store.
You see that bullshit about how you get hooked up with a house or whatever and a stipend if you live in Cumberland, and I'm like,
ain't nobody trying to live out in the mountains, nigga.
Like, you're right. Like, it sounds tempting in theory, but it's like,
I ain't gonna live up there, man.
No,
just like I ain't gonna live up there and these are Maryland Klansmen. Hey, nigger, get out! No, all right, we'll be back next week.
Like the cut of your jib. I like the cut of your jib.
All right, boy, we're back again. Come back next week. All right, but when you want to schedule us to make sure, see, these are Maryland Klansmen. They work around my schedule.
Well, apparently
the stipulation. And as much as I don't like it, I actually appreciate that service.
Well, apparently Cumberland has new housing developments that they're trying to fill. So
hey, can I like write online when I want to record? Oh yes, you can. You can do that online too. Actually, I think it's better if you do it online, so me and the boys don't come over here when you're not here. You know what I mean? It's kill all niggers. Yeah, that's 2 G's. Now everybody put like 1 G on there, but we made sure that it's authenticity. All right, I like that. Like, wait a minute, is it .gov? .gov. Ironic. I know, right? Anyway.
But my man, he's a gun runner, and he bumps the taxi and was like, "Hey, I can help your brother get there because I have a Datsun van that looks."
That was a Mazda.
That was a Mazda.
That was a
minivan.
That was a B2000. I think that's what they are. I think that's what
kind of low key
BBC 2000 or something like that.
I feel I've reached that age where I'm like, I would love to just have that van just for
what? For what, Chris? Why? Oh, really? Why? An electrical van? Electrical van. You're a black man in the middle of Thailand with a van that looks like like I say, it's a storage van. Yeah, you're a black man rolling around Thailand with a storage van. You're a black man running around Thailand with a storage van. Chris, do you understand the implications?
That was a 1984 Mazda E2000 SR.
Okay. There you go. Because I forgot. I knew it was a letter. I knew it was a letter. So there you go. Anyway, but yeah, he takes him there, and I like how Homeboy actually does the nice thing, mainly because he ain't had nothing to do for the rest of the night. He stayed in the hospital with Van Damme a whole night with him.
Yeah.
Getting emotionally invested, I guess.
We get a very quick montage of Van Damme walking through all the national monuments,
walking through Thailand,
through the serenading of
no
Stan
young
Bush.
Boys.
Like, bro, he went to like every
Hookers
dojo.
on the corner.
He went to every dojo in the city to learn how, just to learn how to do Muay Thai. And then when they asked him,
bring my brother
and when they asked him why you why you want to learn Muay Thai, and he's like, oh, because I want to fight Tong Po. They all looked at him like, are you serious? They all looked at him like, are you serious right now? Like, hey.
Put the balls on this guy.
Hey, everybody, yo, what did
they say?
What did they say? You dumb
USA.
You dumb motherfucker.
Nah. Like, nah, son. Get out of here.
All right, get him out of here.
So finally, when dude tells him, like, you really serious about this, huh? All right, look. I think I know someone who's crazy enough to train you.
Yes.
And we get to take him he gets taken to meet Uncle Cian out in the jungle.
Yeah, because that's where his dojo is, out in the jungle.
Not a dojo, sir. That is a home. That is a compound.
Nigga, that's a shack.
That is a compound. He got all that land.
The same
that
compound
he's booby-trapped. That he booby-trapped with Home Alone traps.
The same compound that it was in fucking Bloodsport when you learned to train.
Well, no, he trained.
No, that was different.
That was the house.
He was Japanese, beating up on a young child.
That was actually a Chinese actor playing a Japanese.
You see, you have to get the little points about these movies, everybody. You have to get the fine workaround with these movies and who was starring.
All I'm saying is, man, they would never be able to get away with this shit today, man. They would.
They still do. They did that in.
They do. No, they go racial ambiguous. They go racial ambiguous.
No, they don't. Shit. No, they don't, Chris.
I feel like that's even worse.
They got a full Korean, a full South Korean man to play. To play DK in Tokyo Drift.
And I gotta be real with you. You mean to tell me that Batista was actually playing a Filipino nigga in the new Kickboxer movie? Or you telling me that nigga that's what I'm saying? You tell me the nigga he fought was actually Filipino? I doubt it. I bet his name was like, I bet he was like from Malaysia or some shit, and Batista like, close enough. At least they got it right. At least they're right in the area.
No, I'm just, But either way, I didn't know whether it was this or Kickboxer. I was trying to remember. What is with them always putting Van Damme's character in a situation where he has to outstretch to show his like flexibility?
Oh, that's
Bloodsport, didn't they do the whole fucking Jesus Christ?
Yeah, they did.
Wolverine, X-Men on the cross shit.
No, that's Van Damme being a pervert. He wants everybody to look at the junk.
This one, my man had his ass fucking doing the V in the air and shit, like with the Bucci up.
Again, look at my junk. To look at my junk.
God, I know that shit hurt me. I'm like, bro, I stretch, but no. No,
that man always does. Well, he always did that in his movies, at least in the early part of his career. Because he don't do that. He don't do that much anymore.
hey,
William Sadler you gotta
did
warm up the calves before you do it though.
Else you'd be like William Sadler in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey when he did that Split.
Ah, yes. Followed by the butt naked katas the year prior.
Yes,
and Die Hard too.
Somewhere William Sadler's like, I wish I could do that again.
Get in proper shape like it's 1992.
No. William Sadler hit one of these moves. I'm getting fat. That's all I just did. I'm getting fat. Yep.
Uncle CN, his training is very rudimentary. He has little sticks on the pole for dodging and punches and stuff. A
whole lot of pulleys and cranks and a whole lot of
kicking bamboo trees.
What a lot of people would like to say, because look, he already did it. He already did the scene where it was like, he's like, what do you say? He said, "You're fast" or something like, and you see him jump in the air, and it's clearly not him. It's the they're like, yo, this movie's stupid. It killed me. Like anytime you these what I like to call Mr. Miyagi training. That's
wax
really
on, wax off.
It's really like, you see. That's what he did for that. So there's a practical use for it inside the ring or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So he's still trying but the thing about it is it's an 80s movie and he deserves something. He deserves something to poke.
The most mid.
You calling my girl mid, bro? She was sweet.
She was sweet.
She was sweet.
He didn't need a long sweet, but it's fine enough, I guess.
She was a round-the-way girl. You know what I mean? That's the one for me. She's a round-the-way girl. Shook down.
Tom Poe had his way with her.
Miley. When I heard that name, I still I'm like,
that
wow,
feels like she
that feels made up. That feels like that's a made up Thai name.
I feel she was one of like maybe 5 women that they use, and especially in a lot of Golden Globes movies, like the American Ninja movies, as like the lover of Michael Dudikoff's character, or Don the Dragon Wilson, the love interest there, or
actually she ain't been in a lot of movies though, bro.
It feels that way though sometimes. That's what I was like.
The other big movie that she been in is She haven't been in nothing, bro.
Yeah, she probably was just like, I got a good check, and
she actually does stunt work. So that tells you something.
Yeah, that tells you. That makes sense.
She actually does stunt work more than
but Miley.
But that name to me sounds like
the Miley store.
It sounds like, dog, is that the Asian prostitute that you got her name? Yeah, her name was Miley or like Chang Lee or some shit. It was awesome, man.
Also, side note,
this time her dick was smaller, so I think it was.
Fucking Regular Show ruined this movie for me with the fucking Chong Li character.
The Tom Poe character.
Yeah,
I forgot what he said. The stick hockey episode.
Yeah, stick hockey episode. That shit ruined me right there, man.
Oh my god, yo! They had a Kumite.
Stick hockey.
And I liked it because at the end of the show, he took out his headband. You see the long, tall band, ponytail, man. Oh shit, bro.
But nah, man. We get the famous during the early days, early infancy of YouTube, everybody was still sharing GIFs, and it was always this scene of Jean-Claude dancing with the 2 women in the bar and shit that was always used as a GIF, and it always still is funny.
It's one of the most overused things of Van Damme ever.
You can say it's the most overused thing, but dude, it's gotten so bad that in recent years they've actually reenacted that club
for a commercial.
No, not for a commercial. He actually did it on what was it on didn't he do it on Conan O'Brien? Didn't he do it on Conan
I wouldn't know. Jean-Claude always comes off to me like a guy that can dance, but he really can't. Like he has all the right moves, but he doesn't.
You know what it is? No, I got it.
No, but he did do it on a talk show.
No, you're right. Here's the thing about Van Damme and his dancing. It's like he hears the music and in his head he feels he's on beat, but then his body is like off beat at the same time.
It's gyrating at a different pace.
Yeah. It's like in his head he hears the music and it doesn't translate to his body in a way that like matches the beats.
Come on, what are you doing? We're going left, right. You're going right, left. Well, I don't understand this. This is an American thing.
It's a very bewildered dance, and it's like, what is this? I don't understand.
It's called Chris. It is called cracker. Why you stretching this out? You should know what it is, man.
So you mean to tell me she was only?
It's called the white disease.
She's only been in 3 movies in her
career.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
She
did stunts in. Well, apparently she did stunts in Blade.
So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, you're. I mean, hey, them's the breaks in Hollywood.
Or, well, yeah, probably.
She did stunts for Blade. She was an art major in Fright Night Part 2, and she did she did stunts from Escape from L.A. And she played a character. Yeah, she played her character in Kickboxer. Apparently, she was in the Shepherd Code 2, which is in post-production. She actually did play characters. Okay, so in 96, she was in the movie Carjack. She was in Sword of the Bushido. Gosh, she was in an episode. Wait, she was in an episode of 227? Get out of here.
What random Asian girl for 2 seconds did they need in that one?
She was there. She was also in the A-Team. She was in the
TV show.
She was in the TV movie Daddy. She played.
Why are you just naming stuff that I don't like?
I'm going down her.
You gotta go with you gotta go with the stuff people are familiar with. The 18, some people, Daddy, nobody knows.
It was a TV movie that came out a year after the 18. She was another TV. What is God? Now I want to look this up. Hooperman. It got a 7.0 on IMDb.
Must have been good.
I know what I said. Must have been good.
Shit, must be good.
But not like the
guys. There's a thriller that we don't know about.
It was TV
man.
movie.
I like how
oh gosh, she was in Fear of a Black Hat.
No, but like I like how Van Damme.
What?
It is effort. It's kind of like
I'm sorry. That is 2 black properties. 2 random black properties.
She was in Fear of a Black Hat. She played the character Tiffany.
Bitch was in 227 and Fear of a Black Hat. That don't make no sense.
How is my man's ACL not broken with all the kicking and shit that he's been doing? Because at one point, I guess in typical martial arts fashion, you kick something hard enough, you eventually be able to break through, damn your leg at the same time. Maybe probably break.
Oh, you're talking about the part where he made him remember how his brother got broken in half, and so he kicked a bamboo tree so hard that he broke it and possibly broke his leg.
Look, I've hit my the front of my leg on the corner of a bed. It hurts a lot.
See, well, hold on. See, no, Chris, there's a difference. That was by accident. Van Damme was intentionally kicking a tree.
No, I'm making the point that I would never do that.
Well, you would never intentionally kick the side of your bed, now would you?
I mean, it's one thing to punch a wall, but if I kick a wall in anger, I'm just saying, between that and you remember Kill Bill Volume 2 where we saw how she learned how to punch through wood, and I'm like,
yes,
nah, buddy, just go ahead and give me a gun because we're not doing this shit.
She punched her way through a coffin,
dude,
out of a pine box.
Doing this.
The Bruce Lee the 1-inch punch.
Because her man told her, you're going to learn to punch through this shit. That pain is shit. The board you shouldn't be afraid of the board. The board should be afraid of you.
Exactly. You're gonna keep punching it. And it was because of that training she was able to dig herself out of her own grave.
Man, my man punched that. I'm sorry, the way he punched that wood at a force, that is scary.
Yes.
He just said, "Wow!" I'm like, God damn! Like, yo, that's a thick ass wood too.
And you made it shatter. So in the case of Van Damme, you kicked an entire bamboo tree.
It then collapsed.
Yeah.
Like,
I would hit the ground too. I'm like, yeah, that actually hurt.
I know, because I mean, at that point when he's kicking it, I mean, look, we all experience adrenaline when we get hurt. Like, I'm pretty sure that adrenaline was kicking in when he's got intense with the kicks. And then that adrenaline kick just left his body immediately after he broke it in half. And I'm like, yeah, pretty sure that pain was like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I would have, like I said, I would have fell over too. Like, oh no, get me! I need you to airlift me out of here. I need medevac ASAP.
That's some great ass Neosporin because that motherfucker was walking the next day like it didn't even fucking like it was whatever.
Oh yeah, get that tree sap and a good leaf.
Got to spit on the leaf and break it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Rub it on the wound.
Heals right up.
The fuck was up that with movies where it'd be like the most nastiest, gnarliest looking like leaf that gets crushed up and you have to use spit and seeds and herbs and spices and shit and then rub it on the fucking open ass wound that didn't even get washed.
And then put a hot rock on top of it just to keep it there.
Next day is perfectly healed up like there was no fucking cut or anything. I'm like,
and then you just be asking the question, how does that work?
The human skin can heal itself over time, but not this goddamn quick. The
next day,
just wash the shit off with water, and it's like, huh?
Not even 12 hours. You just bandage that. You just bandage that up. You just bandage that up, and you just tell me to like go to sleep, wake up about 6 hours later, and I'm healed.
Well, it's like Karate Kid, you know, like
take it too long to heal up. Come on, what's wrong with you?
It's like Karate Kid 3. Mr. Miyagi had that special icy hot that you put inside the water, and
Mr. Miyagi.
The clap.
No. I'm talking about the third one where he had the special thing that healed.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, that.
Magic Tiger ointment made from Orient or Far East.
Smells like shit. Well, it's good enough.
And it burns. Because every time Daniel would go to learn from Quicksilver, every time he went to go learn from him, he always had not a broken bow, but he always had either a cut, a gash, or something that he had to heal up with. And Miyagi, he knew what he knew what was up, and he's like, you never got any of this damage learning under me.
Ace.
You know, but hey, do what you want to do, Daniel.
Well, you know, apparently,
all right, you want to be the white people over here? Y'all breaking each other's clavicles and shit.
Well, apparently, after much training and after he has his tune-up fight with not Adon, apparently he's
sir, that was Hua Jai. Moving on.
Dude, that was a dude.
That obscure ass fucking character. Goddamn.
Hey, he was in Fatal Fury. That's all that matters.
That was a dude named Chong Bak. All right.
Sounds like a perfect hero character.
Oh, you mean World Heroes?
World Heroes. I have never in my life seen the most fucking Dollar Tree brand fighting game as World Heroes, bro. SNK really thought somebody in that office at SNK thought they had a banger of a fighting game. Like, see, it's World Heroes. You see,
so check this shit out. So check this shit out. We have the Hanzo character. We have an American. We have a Japanese. We got this one dude who we call Rasputin, even though Rasputin never looked nothing like this. We got the Chinese girl with the titties. She wasn't Chinese. She was Japanese. Her name was Ryoko. I know who Ryoko is.
I would say between World Heroes, Fighters History, Breakers.
Fighters History is probably the weirdest one.
I'm going to say Fighters History, Breakers, and there was one. Oh yeah, and Karnoff's Revenge.
You know who I think? You know who I think is the game that gets Matt McGuire underneath the hat looking both ways. I think Rumblefish ducks charges.
Dude,
I think Rumblefish
that game had a sequel.
Yes, it's ducking charges. The only reason why nobody says anything, thank you, is nostalgia, and for some reason, you being a weeb, not wanting to be called out as non-weeb, is the reason why that game survived. Like, I don't like Melty Blood, but I can understand why niggas like Melty Blood.
Well, sir,
Rumblefish, I have no idea why I see that game.
Sir, you need to understand something. The people that worked on Rumblefish worked on Street Fighter 4.
Understand something though. Think about it. You're SNK.
What the hell? I
want people to understand something. I feel you have to. SNK has to be the only company that said they had a bunch of bangers. You know, Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, KOF, right?
Samurai Showdown,
right? And somebody.
After they made KOF, they was gassing it because everything after KOF, they just.
Because my thing is this.
They were
what's the other one with Hibiki? Shit. Last fighting of shit.
Oh, Last Blade.
Last Blade. So it's like you got some banger fighting games to varying degrees, and somebody was like, "I got another one, World Heroes," and that's the turd in the.
No, World Heroes showed up in the middle of the they showed up in that first push of SNK games where it's Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury. Well, I think it was Fatal Fury 2 at that time.
Yeah.
And a couple other games, and then World Heroes is like, hey.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back. Go back and play Neo Turf Master.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play Street Fighter, bro. I like it's open now.
All right, man.
It's open there now. I can go there, man. I don't go there.
You have to purposely make a shitty fighting game. SNK has not. That is the only brand that they're like, nah, we good. We ain't reviving that shit.
Nah, we don't need it. We don't need to do that shit. Like I find it funny how we see some games just disappear and never come off, and some games get overplayed. You know, the one game I think that was shitty, and we're all too afraid to say it's bad.
What?
Bloody Roar. I think we're all too afraid to say how crappy it really was. I didn't say it wasn't fun. I just think we all need to have a come to Jesus moment with it, and we all kind of refuse.
It's in that same category as Battle Arena Toshinden. It's a game.
I think if you like Battle Arena Toshinden after 2001, you had no friends today. Like
I seen a Battle Arena. Sue can probably co-sign on this. There was a Battle Arena Toshinden tournament at Evo.
There was.
I shit you not. I was like, I forget. Competitive, stupid competitive. It's competitive.
Shout out to all the.
You got folks that still play that game hardcore.
If you were born in the early 80s and you played Fighting Vipers, congratulations. I know what was the first cartoon you masturbated to.
First off,
Fighting Vipers dudes are weird.
How am I weird? And I'm a Fighters Megamix fan. Okay?
I'm sorry, you like Fighting Vipers?
Yes, because we got Fighters Megamix. That was the crossover of the century right there. Fuck your SNK versus Capcom.
I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I ain't mad at you for what you do.
Fighters Megamix was
Fighters Megamix.
Look, hey, look, I'm
Virtual Fighter and Fighting Vipers like that.
Was that Eric? What was the name of that joke? Air Games or whatever the name of that joke was?
That was Square. But I'm with Chris. I'm with Chris on that one because Fighting Vipers gave us Honey.
I can't believe.
And Honey was Bay like for a good 3 years.
Man, I will say this though. If it wasn't for Fighting Vipers, we would never got. I don't think DOA would have flew the way it did.
Oh no, it wouldn't have. It's a lot of
somebody had to lay the groundwork. Yeah,
you gotta lay the groundwork somewhere, and that's there's a reason why Sega will never revisit Fighting Vipers ever.
I think they just let go of that the license of that years ago. The fact that it has not showed up in a Yakuza game to play in the arcade.
Fighters Megamix, and I think Fighting Vipers either is in Judgment or Yakuza the one before. I think no, it's not in Yakuza 6. I think it's in. Yeah, it actually is in.
I don't think it's in. Well, I haven't played 6.
No, it's in the. Yeah, it's in Like a Dragon, I believe. Yeah. So.
All right, then shut me up.
Hey, Sega. So Sega still owns it.
I feel like it was one.
They ain't letting that go.
I still don't. I still feel like it was one of them. Like, no, we don't talk about fighting vipers over here. Like much like Capcom is like, oh yeah, we made Star Gladiator. I thought it was on that same. I thought it was on that same level.
Sir, it's called Plasma Sword. What are you talking about?
He's referring to the prequel.
That's the second one.
Star Gladiator was the first.
Yeah,
Star Gladiator.
Yeah, was it Star Gladiator, Plasma Sword, and Plasma Sword 2?
Plasma Sword. That was
only had one Plasma Sword. There wasn't no Plasma Sword 2. If there was, I never.
A sequel.
It was Plasma Sword and then Star Gladiator. No, Star Gladiator was the first one. Then Plasma Sword was on Dreamcast. Anyway, back to Van Damme kicking people in the face while being drunk.
Yeah, apparently, he gets drunk with the best of Thai liquor, and
I gotta be real with you. I don't feel like that's a flex. Even if it is the best liquor in Thailand, I still feel like that's like rock gut American liquor.
The direct translation for it was "Kiss of Death." If I ever go to Thailand, I want to try that drink.
I will say this: what was the sound system in that fucking straw bar? Like where were the other speakers at?
It's the most juke joint ass fucking bar.
Well, it's a serious bar because you knock somebody off into the water very easily in there.
In the middle of the day, by the way.
I
was like, bro, it's noon.
Got this white man up here dancing with all women.
Nah, including mostly guys that probably got paid like 50 cents to be in the movie. So,
You think people got paid? This is Asia, man. It's the 80s. America don't do
free labor.
Shit.
Free labor.
Talk about free labor, man. That's how we built this country, nigga. Free labor.
Pretty sure everybody in this movie got paid scale.
Again, you think people got paid? I think they overpaid.
Sir, this isn't Golden Globes where you come on.
This is a Golden Globes. Who did this movie? Now you got me looking. Who did this movie?
Who did? Because I know it was like a major movie that came out. Like that would be Canon Group. Distributed by Canon. Distributed by Canon. Kings Road Entertainment.
Kings Road Entertainment. Not much of anything.
Holy shit! They did the whole Kickboxer 5 movie series,
and then shut it down.
Well, sir, when it's ironic that the last one, 5, went to Mark Dacascos.
They shut it down because the dude behind it, the producer behind it, passed away.
Yeah.
He didn't know. Yeah, just the Kickboxer series is the
say,
pinnacle of his career.
I gotta say, it kept Sasha Mitchell and fucking and employed.
Sasha Mitchell, like, you've done a lot for my life. I did.
Thought Step by Step did.
Nah, them 20 cent like royalties I'm getting ain't helping.
Boy,
nah, it's probably more, bro.
Sasha Mitchell ain't getting no money off of the movies. You know that, right? You know nobody watching. Man. Ain't nobody buying no Kickboxer in a box set. Ain't nobody about to do that.
Sir. This movie in particular, Kickboxer, did just get his 4K Steelbook release this year.
Oh,
I'm talking about the sequels.
We don't talk about that, but
yeah, you really only need to watch the first one and then probably watch the reboot series. That's about it. So
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I'm saying it.
I'm saying it too because I saw the one, like the recent one that came out.
What,
like
the one with Mike Tyson? The one with Mike Tyson?
That was Ip Man 3.
No, yeah, that was it. That was Ip Man 4.
No. That's the last Kickboxer.
No, Redemption. Yeah, Redemption. Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm talking about the Kickboxer. I'm talking about the Kickboxer movie, the first one that they did.
The one with Batista?
Vengeance. Vengeance, and then Retaliation is the second one.
Sure. I mean, good for straight to DVD.
I mean, the second one, Retaliation had Mike Tyson and the Mountain. I believe.
Really?
I don't think it was a mountain, but I don't know.
No, I'm just kind of like, really? He was like, if he was like, that's kind of like, that's shocking. You know, not to say that he wasn't at his level. I'm just like, he's doing those movies now.
But it is kind of like crazy though, because like I said, Alan Hussein is the other guy that's like in that direct DVD genre.
We do have one more Kickboxer movie, Kickboxer Armageddon, son. Let's go.
Where? Who? What?
To be announced.
Oh, man, hey. Let's go.
Yeah. Kickboxer Armageddon. That's the next movie.
So I like how Van Damme beats a warm-up nigga and your boy Freddie Lee like, let's get number 1 star.
Because
beat white man down.
Because when the crowd is screaming Naksu Cow, which means white warrior, when they're shouting that, giving this man a standing ovation for beating, let's be real, a B card.
Okay.
For beating him, they're chanting that over and over, and my man is screaming to Freddie Lee, "I want Tong Po, give me Tong Po." He's like, all right, you got it. You want Tong Po? We're gonna give you Tong Po.
I just think it's interesting how the more things change, the more things stay the same, and how every movie and everything since then and TV shows, there's always that one white person that's in the ethnic group that gets touted as the white hero.
Okay.
I find it funny that
I'm tired of that. But here's all right. First off,
I'm just laughing at the fact that on the comic side, in MCU, White Wolf is a Wakandan, and I'm like, what makes him so special to be a Wakandan?
I'm look. Here's the thing.
It's funny.
Let me be real with you. Let's bring it real. We're 3 Negroes. We're 3 black men, all of different backgrounds. Shut the fuck up. Look, white people, I get it. You want to be the special one. You want to be the one that crosses over lines and seen as the special. The reason why every race gives you a look when y'all walk into the room is because you think all of you can do that. I'm going to be the different one. I'm going to come in and tell these savages, you might not call us savages, but that's what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. You're thinking that we're either stupider, you thinking we're dumber, you thinking we're slower, whatever it may be. You think because you're a white person, you have an advantage. So in your mind, so when y'all see hunks, whatever they call them, white people, white devil, white dog, what do you call them, Shikaka, whatever they call them, a Quincy Ocha, whatever they call that nigga, like, because I was trying to think, Quincy Ocha.
Either way, he's the.
Wait a minute, let me guess, white devil, white devil.
Yes, you think about you too.
We got to redo that. We got to redo.
No, we don't.
We have to.
No, we don't.
I know we don't. I know.
All I'm saying is
that being said, how is it still funny? It's in the bone. It's in the bone. But yeah, I like how white people have this idea that they're going to be the special cracker that's going to step in. Then they're going to step in and go, colored people, I'm here. I'm the hero now.
Jean-Claude, so yeah, those Thai people, he's like white Jesus.
Look at him, how they're crawling to him like he's the savior, because he's going to take down the evil Asian man that dared to be stronger and taller than a white man.
Not just that, he also runs pretty much that whole part of Thailand, and everybody respects him.
Because he's fucking Rocky running down the street. Shit. Yo, man, like white people love this idea when they become the special like that. That's why they love that's why they love Save the Last Dance. I want to dance like you and become one of you. White people love doing that. They love, like, I always laugh that white people are white. I say this as a joke. White people, you get offended over this, I'm sorry. I'm just me studying your culture. Y'all don't like each other.
They have a culture, D?
Y'all do not, thank you, Chris. Y'all do not like each other. So the second you have a yo, Brendan, you fly. All of a sudden, I have unlocked the Negro gene, and it's like, yo, what's up, cuz? And they think I'm cool now.
Just because Tyrell gave you the green light.
And you know what the fun part is? When we give y'all the green light, y'all then say, bye, niggers, click, and just cut it off and run away. And then, hey, you're adopting black culture. Hey, hold on. I have 2 black friends. Oh, God. So, yeah.
Oh,
so,
man.
So the crowd was screaming, Quincy Ocha, Quincy Ocha, Quincy Ocha, and they all loved him.
Wrong movie, but yeah.
Close enough. No, wrong movie, but close enough. But anyway, no, for real. I just like how.
Well, hold on. We forgot the major part. Because there's fuckery afoot, we got our one Freddie Lee borrowing $1 million because he feels.
No, we were about to mention that. That was next.
I was just about to say that.
Okay, my bad.
$1 million. Like again, Jim Cummins over here. Jim Cummins over here using his best also Chinese or Oriental.
Ancient Chinese secret. And one more thing.
Rubbing ointment, tiger balm, good for heart. That shit.
That's the most racist ass shit ever. No, it ain't his fault. Script.
The secret ancient art of Kung Fu.
You need ginger root, you see.
MSG, good for stomach.
God, we were racist as shit in the 80s.
Man, I like how white people took away MSG, and what everybody figured out was, oh, they took away their seasoning. Y'all messed up, white folk. That's messed up.
White people have been dodging. They've been dodging.
It's bad for you. It's seasoning. It's salt. Are you serious?
This is the reason why white people seasoning is just salt and pepper. And that's it. I'm like, bro, can we get some paprika in here? Can we get some garlic powder?
I like how white people will boil chicken and only do shh with the salt and nothing more.
You boil chicken, number one, I'll punch you in the face, and also two,
you boil chicken. Don't put a plant inside of the dog.
Thank you. Like, all right, maybe they're making chicken stock. That ain't chicken stock. That's just boiled chicken.
No, you went in the backyard and did this with the leaves into it. I would respect it more. At least you're trying to enhance something. You're trying to enhance something.
Nah, boiled chicken
boiled butt ass naked chicken. Like, I don't understand that shit, white folk. You know what? And I thought it was a thing, like, you know, y'all make all these things because, you know, it frustrates black people because the way y'all cook. And I can understand. That's why I do this. I do this. And like, okay, she doing that. She just messing up food. That's not even a thing. You don't even believe that's tasty. I can understand them. They're retarded. I get that. It's all you white people who are doing this out of earnest. And this is macaroni and cheese. And that junk looks pale.
Now, again, the only reason why they can beat it is because they're
looking like drywall.
Because their southern counterparts can actually cook fucking macaroni and cheese and cook chicken with seasoning. Yeah.
But then again, you got to realize they call all their ingredients the N-word before they Come on. It gives it a twinge. It gives it a twinge better. Anyway.
I mean, that racism does make the barbecue hit a little different. So
yeah, when you hate coons, the meat just falls off the bone. And this is D, because I ain't gotten that point in my life. Man, Festus is right, man. This shit is this shit good as shit. Ain't that like, yeah. So I like niggers like you. Cool.
Some great ass barbecue sauce here, goddamn.
Damn. No. So like, here's me. I love you too, bro.
Go ahead, just pass me the ribs.
Shut the fuck up. You ain't gotta talk to me. You don't have to talk.
Don't have to.
You go saying hi. You make good ribs. We can stop. We can just stop right. Everything else is just, you know.
I don't understand Black Lives Matter. God damn it.
Look here, Troy. I ain't trying to talk to you.
I was loving the ribs. I was loving the potato salad, and you just fucked it up. You just messed it up.
But what's wrong with Blue Lives?
You know, I got a question. I got a real good question. Why does that AOC? You don't gotta finish the question. You don't have to.
How about you give me you give me a couple pieces of apple pie? How about that?
Is Jesse Jackson still alive? Nah, I wish that nigga was dead too.
I voted for that Obama. He's a nice colored man.
I see. I like the Obama. That was a cool nigga. Now he knew what exactly that America needed, and I saw it in his eye. Here's me. Well, thank you.
Ironically, though, there is something to be said. Side note about a black man that actually speaks very well to a point to where even the most unintelligent person can be like, "Man, I like this guy."
I don't like none of these coons, but this one actually talks to me at a level where I don't feel like an idiot. Actually, I feel like I'm being respected. I'm sorry, Eris. You doing what again?
No, sorry. No.
Eris pulled the Chris. Awesome.
All I'm saying is there is some.
My freaking phone just played the like it showed me the freaking trailer for Batman Ninja versus the Yakuza League.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Chris! One time in the show where Chris's phone went off, it was clearly either a voice message from a woman or it was some girl up there talking, and Chris panicked because I seen him literally drop the phone because he was like,
"Fumble though."
Startled the shit out of Chris. It was
what I'm saying is, going back to it though, yeah, $1 million and you kidnap the girl so she gets raped.
Okay, which necessary?
And to make sure that Tong Po wins.
You kidnap his paraplegic brother where the dog got fucking knifed, which I'm like, God damn.
The dog, I'm going to say this. The dog caught a rewound video of him catching a knife because the way that he hit the ground.
You know what? I forgot that part because in my head, I'm thinking he's about
Fido got one.
He caught one on the job.
Fido got faded, nigga.
No. I mean, he got to the hospital.
The way that they showed it, the way that the dog caught the knife, I was like, bruh, it looked like they played that clip in reverse.
I got a feeling though that scene was supposed to be more brutal than that. He's supposed to get shivved like to the dog, and then
man picked up the knife.
When he gets there and he sees the dog's chilling there like, so you want to take me to the hospital or not? Because like, what
we doing?
What we doing here?
He's like, I just need you to know. I mean, first of all, hi, my name's Kiki. I'm the dog of this movie. I'm the cute one. So I ain't make that up. That is the dog's name of the movie is Kiki.
This knife in my chest.
How this knife in my side right now is definitely hurting. I wish I was acting, but no, I really am.
Assalamualaikum.
I love hey, look. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, woof. First off, the way I feel.
Woof.
You see when
that's all I'm saying.
Listen. I'm not the dog from The Thing. All right. You see, when a man bleeds, it's just tissue.
And also, you hear the hollow breathing from me. I need to go to the hospital.
Water would help too.
I need medical.
Like water would help.
It's bad enough that I got hit with a knife and I'm laying in the sand.
Hey! No, go deal with her. She got raped. Ooh. You gonna get me to the hospital?
She got a knife in her? I don't think so.
She got a knife in her? Exactly. I think so. She can walk that shit off. She fine.
You know what's so crazy? That Van Damme had the fact that Van Damme had the nerve to say that the black dude was responsible. Like, do you really think I would let this happen? You know what I do. I pull the blicky out. Oh, that is
man,
that's a good one. Super Smash.
That shit did go into some.
That was an 800 number on the side of that one. If you know somebody had been abusing your life,
number on the screen.
Can you imagine
happen to you
like
with a reenactment?
Can you imagine after that scene? There's like a 5-minute infomercial where the actors break character. They're talking normal.
Hello, I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's the voice he uses.
No, it's my man Tom Poe because you have to get the actors from the scene.
Hello. I know I look like a scary Asian to you, but actually I'm a well-mannered Frenchman. See,
raping is not good, kids.
No, you get Freddie Lee still being dubbed by Jim Cummings.
All women who get raped should go to
No, D, stop it. It's Jim Cummings using his real voice.
No. Oh bother. And make sure you go to your
What's his voice?
Here's the worst part. Here's all of us. Yo, his voice changed. Wait a minute.
Man, you said Jim Cummings.
Oh, Jim
voice.
Cummings.
I would have lost it.
Jim Cummings using his voice off of Bonkers, where he was pissed off at Bonkers. Like, all right, if you get raped, go to the hospital. Let them check up on you. Let them do a kit. You know, it's gonna hurt. Yes, they're gonna have to go back in there, but you know, you'll be fine.
Go back in
there. Slaps her the clit. You be fine.
It's like they're gonna have to go back in.
Sorry,
reminds me of that. You can fit so many jumps from inside this.
No, when you said they have to go back in there, that just made me think of freaking Ripley going back to the Xenomorph world. You're only going there as an advisor.
That just reminds me of that fucking shit, robot chick about this Rob had testicular cancer. And
hey yo,
like, get your ass checked out before it's too late, turkeys.
Yes,
I would have lost it.
And remember, let's get dangerous. I can't think of nothing.
The terror that flaps in the night.
Did he voice the Bizarro Darkwing Duck too?
No, he did not.
Negaduck?
Negaduck. No, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. He did do his dark version of him. I think,
but not
no,
Negaduck.
I don't know. Don't call me on that one. I don't remember. Yeah, that. Oh God, bro.
God, it's just that. But like kidnapping the paraplegic brother, it's like, wow, y'all kicked the shit out of that fucking damn wheelchair.
And had him at gunpoint in an abandoned warehouse.
What you gonna do? Break dance, niggas?
Barely he's about half competent on the Muay Thai scale because he can still do the elbows.
Oh God, that's funny.
But he can't do no tiger knees, you see.
That's about done. That's about done, bro. Any high kicking, you know what? Any walking of any kind. Because apparently the elbow took out your whole livelihood. So you know, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Jim Cummings did do Negaduck. Shit. Okay. Well,
I like how that was concerning us.
Really was. I was like, this shit's really like.
Did he actually do it?
He did. Sinking on. But anyways, I just like the initial fight. He has to Freddie Lee tells him he has to actually make it entertaining.
He said, "Make the crowd happy. Let Tong Po punish you for all the rounds. Do you want brother alive?"
I like how Master Xian initially comes in there like Solid Snake until guns are pointed at him, and then my man came in there.
That was his name, Taylor. Shows up with he shows up with what I like to call the 80s machine gun special. You know what I'm saying?
Aviators and BDUs.
The Scarface special. M16 with a grenade launcher attachment.
And he has a cigar coming out of his mouth because you gotta smoke a cigar when you're shooting guns.
Helps your aim. It helps your aim. As we said, dexterity goes up when you
plus 50 on dexterity and plus 50 on accuracy. So
and the stogie.
Yes, women, as we said. Yes, women. I know it's weird. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me men need something phallic in their mouth to focus? Yes.
My man showed up in full fatigues and sunglasses at night and mowed down.
Hey, look, there's proof.
I love it when a plan comes together as one line.
There's undeniable scientific proof that if you have something in your mouth as a guy with a gun, you have pinpoint accuracy. Look at Cobra and that fucking toothpick.
Yes. This is coming from Chris. This is also coming from a man who cuts slices of pizza with scissors.
You're a fucking psychopath. I'm sorry. I had to repeat that again. You're a psychopath. You cut pizza with goddamn scissors.
You do need to be,
look, cleaning your gun.
You probably need to be in a watch list.
Thank you.
I ain't saying you have to. I just say you might need to be.
The fuck cuts pizza with scissors. A psychopath. That's what.
That's a man that That's a man that needs to get actual knife and tools. Nigga, scissors?
No, that is a man who did in fact kill a perpetrator.
That's a man that's gonna be
not
single
3 hours ago.
That's a man who's single. That's a man who girlfriend coming in and touch one thing, he ready to kick her out. That's what that is.
You know what I do find it. I think it is kind of interesting how over the years in movies, like the idea of the villain raping a woman has kind of diminished greatly.
And here's the thing. I think it's because if you want to show it, you have to show it in its brutality. And at least now you kind of have. I don't want to say you have to show like every second of the no, and all the rest of that shit. But I think a lot of people just don't want to go through that type of storytelling. I think that type of storytelling isn't prevalent like it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back in them days, it was just highly implied. Like you didn't have to see the actual,
And you're right, Eris.
You didn't actually see it go down, but all it takes is like a couple of slaps to the girl's face and a ripped shirt, and there it is, the rape.
Yeah. Maybe some blood on the lip to imply that she got punched in the mouth or something.
And I think really what it is that like I'm always for a person that I like a good violent movie, but violence just for the sake of violence isn't violence unless you got a story behind it. Yeah. And I think a lot of times when you see rape in movies, they just happen and they have no purpose. Mm-hmm. It's just an excuse just to show a girl get her shirt ripped off or a boob to fall out. Now, you know what I mean? Like I will say, Death Wish, like how Death Wish did. No. Sort of like that.
No, Death Wish. That's a baby compared to Hong Kong cinema of the 80s and 90s. Because in one movie in particular that I showed you, gentlemen, called The Avenging Quartet, where one Cynthia Khan kept getting slashes with a freaking Bowie knife to her back, by the way. And then when that wasn't enough, because dude wouldn't give up this painting that had that was linked to an ancient Japanese treasure or whatever, she gets that said Bowie knife stabbed through the hand. And she was tied to table, and at least one or two guys took turns having their way with her.
Yeah, and
while she's having the knife jabbed through her hand.
Yeah, now here's a weird thing. There's more purpose in that than showing the girl get slapped. Wait a minute, no. Show the moon or something like that. You know what I mean?
Camera moving on.
There's more purpose in what you just said than a scene like that. And the reason why in a scene like that, now, yes, both of them show women that have to experience violence, but one is just, that didn't move the story forward or backward. Mm-hmm. What was the point? And the 80s and the 90s took advantage of that a whole lot. So I understand why if you're going to have rape in a movie, you better make it make sense. You better make it hit. Mm-hmm. And again, rape is not funny, but you can make it funny.
We talked about that on Players Club.
And every now and then, he's getting raped. What kind of... That ain't funny. That ain't funny. That ain't funny. So every now and then, we get a good one where it makes us all laugh. But for the most part, no, nobody wants to show that type of violence. And I totally understand that, to be honest with you. But at the same time, oh God, this is gonna sound terrible because we were talking about rape. We used to be a proper country. God.
I mean, but nah, this is just the fact that Van Damme gets the comeback once his brother comes into play, and he has the comeback to where he beats Tom Poe so bad that Tom Poe does the bad guy thing of I have to cheat to win.
Hold on, it also doesn't help the fact when Tom Poe like literally blurts it out to Kurt that I smashed my leg. You bleed like my leg.
I mean, that's a douchebag statement that they always do anyways, where they just say some shit where it's like,
that's not douchebag. No, Chris, that's not douchebag. That's villain.
Yeah, that's just pure villain. I like raping women. That's a character trait, apparently.
That's even better. What do you say? My
I'm like, bro.
That's Claude.
Again, emotionally devastated Van Damme was cinematic Van Damme.
Yeah, this is it. Van Damme at his peak. That's Van Damme at his peak right there. This is Van Damme at his peak. Dumb face, yelling, full of Belgium sperm. That's the man we all love.
I mean, just, yeah.
Jean-Claude went in there and starts washing Tom Poe. And I was telling myself, what happened to the defense? What happened to it? He didn't get down the whole bar yet.
Let's say, hold on. Street Fighter 6 logic, he burned through his resources.
Oh, he burnt meter, so he's on.
He been on the revenge meter.
He's
shit.
cool.
No, Street Fighter 6. It's that meter when you burn all of your dash cancel.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot what's the name of that meter. I forgot the name.
Yeah, but he's in cooldown mode at this point, so he can't do shit.
Can't do nothing. Yeah. He just his niggas. He got his ass kicked. That's what makes me so mad. And I know your boys like, yeah. I could have did that shit. This motherfucker paralyzed me.
First of all, think about this for a moment. The fact prior to that, when Van Damme thought that he really had to sit there and take all that punishment from him, prior to that fight, dude, they had to fight the quote unquote ancient way. By wrapping their hands in bandages, it was like bandages, rope or whatever, broken glass, hemp, and resin.
Oh gosh, this is why they don't do shit like this anymore. Because this is just like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, okay. Y'all want to hear something silly? So in UFC 5, they have a mode called Kumite, where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be the Kumite. No, it's not the Kumite. It's this. They show you have the same wrap around their arms and wraps around the arm and all that. And it says Kumite. And I'm like, no, this is kickboxing. Did you just assume that these were Kumites? Like, no. Does it look like this is somewhere where the great Frank Dukes will have over 70 knockouts and have the fastest recorded knockout in history? He have it in a place like this? Of course not.
With a 25-mile-per-hour kick?
Yeah. I know you're probably saying, did they have technology to do that? Fuck you. Shut up. Yes, they did. Frank Dukes personally saved America by taking all those kids from the Laotian, from Laos from Cambodia back into Laos. He saved lives.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one time where he was locked up with this woman for a whole week, and all they did was have sex. He said that. No, this is a thing that Frank Dukes said. Frank Dukes pretty much said that him and this girl were taken prisoner, and they were locked up in the room for about 3 weeks, and all they did was just bang. Frank, why are you lying? Like that's a bigger lie.
Unfortunately, Hollywood couldn't make a movie around that.
Here's the funny thing. I love how Sheldon Lettich actually listened to him for Bloodsport. But the thing that pissed him off was even during the making of Bloodsport, he's like this. If this line nigga don't leave my set, like the longer you heard Frank talk, it was like, all of this was bullshit. I knew this is bullshit when I started writing, but now I really know it's bull.
Man, literally just fucked up a good thing because he can't just shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
I would have taken whatever money I got from Bloodsport and I would have chilled out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, again, I said in the Bloodsport podcast, that was a different time. You could lie and get a movie. You can't do that shit now.
Oh, you can't do that now. You have to show
validate the source.
Yeah, show us your sources on that. See, I would say around about. Actually, I was looking at my boy on Napoleon Bonaparte, and he was talking about Count Dante. And one of the bigger things he was talking about in it was Black Belt Magazine. Black Belt Magazine is one of the main reasons why your crazy uncle named Rob had all those ninja stars for some strange reason. Black Belt Magazine was also the reason why that one fat white guy in your neighborhood that always go to what Chris said, the quote-unquote Kim's Karate of the neighborhood, who only did white belt punches but act like he was a badass in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of that shit. But anyway, the thing that makes it so interesting is that the lies that came from Count Dante and how it spread down to everybody's way of thinking, the way they thought Asia was, the way everything was built around it. Like Count Dante was the ground zero when it came to lying about shit, because he was like, yeah, I was over in Vietnam. I had over 25 confirmed kills. No, he got kicked out of the army, never went to Vietnam. Hold on. The reason why he got kicked out of the army, he went AWOL to buy weed for a whole month. This nigga learned how to do kung fu, learned how to do karate. Actually help bring karate in the whole organization. Brought it up. They kicked him out. You know why they kicked this nigga out? They kicked him out because he was teaching black kids how to defend themselves. In Chicago, at the height of its racism, he was teaching black kids how to defend themselves, and he was the first karate practitioner in the country to give black people black belts. He was fucking crazy though. He was certifiable crazy though. Nigga was crazy. Don't hit this shit like, oh, he's a black hero. Shut the fuck up. He need to be in jail. He need to be in jail. So it's kind of funny how everybody had everything, every lie, and all the setup of the fake world in ninjutsu came down by the time the mid-90s came because of Black Belt Magazine. Because Black Belt Magazine finally had to admit, okay, jiu-jitsu is the supreme fighting when they can beat everybody, yada yada yada. So is the death punch real? Shut the fuck up. Of course it's not real. Black Belt Magazine had to change its tone. And once it changed its tone, the fictional world of ancient prophecy tells me, all of that disappeared.
Yep.
All of that had to go. And it's kind of funny that we will never get movies like this anymore. They're still going to be pie in the sky. I'm a white fighter trying to find
but the advent of,
and he has to beat the big Asian dude. But they're still going to do that though.
But I think that's what makes like the remake of Kickboxer interesting, because by the time you get to the remake, we're in this arena of mixed martial arts being a big thing. So you can structure your movie around the lead character knowing mixed martial arts, but now he has to lock it down to just knowing Muay Thai in his mixed martial arts sort of maneuvers.
Kickboxing are cousins of each other. I understand that Muay Thai is a different discipline than kickboxing. I don't know which one has the bigger kicking speed or that like that, but kickboxing is real talk. A lot of people will tell you, like Michael Jai White will tell you that boxing, like if you get in a street fight, of course, boxing is going to help you the most. But real talk, yeah, the best martial art is going to be a combination. And kickboxing is a proven art. It's a proven art. Is it the best? No, because wrestlers and jiu-jitsu niggas light them niggas up all the time in UFC. But kickboxing is still freaking it's still the fucking shit. Muay Thai is still an incredible art to learn, yeah. And I just think it's very funny that in this movie, Muay Thai was like the big Asian woo in the movie compared to kickboxing. That was kind of silly to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, him beating the shit out of Tom Poe was interesting because now it's just like, oh, Tom Poe brings out the fucking damn tiki torch shit and try to charge at him, doesn't work. I mean,
and again, so did Freddie Lee get killed?
I was gonna say when the tiki torch perk burns out.
Tiki torch perk.
Well, let's be real. For Freddie Lee got both his legs broken, and he paralyzed and can't walk after he burned through $1 million that he can't pay back.
Oh, he ain't paying none of that shit back. Yeah, they beat the shit out of Freddie Lee when he walked in backstage.
So Freddie Lee is dead at this point.
They did the Mafia special, bag over the head, club.
Oh yeah, that was. He walked into an empty room. Son of a.
Oh, dub Jim Cummings. Oh, no, Jim Cummings. Oh, bother.
No, seriously, think about it. You go to a Thai mob boss who's getting a massage by a girl who's clearly 16, and you're asking to borrow $1 million to bet it on Tong Po. You put all of these safeguards, quote unquote safeguards.
Yeah, safe. Yeah, you gotta put that shit in quotes there. Safe.
You put in these quote unquote safeguards to just to ensure that that your bet is 100% guaranteed that he's going to win, and the odds are all in his favor. Come to find out through the magic,
God wasn't on his side.
Through the powers of movie magic BS, all of that was thwarted. The comeuppance was so real. And just so you know that it was real, when he thought he could try to duck out after watching Tom Poe, like literally try to block punches and kicks with his face, he tried to duck out, and Cien is like, first of all, Cien gave him, no, he didn't do that. Cien literally rolled up on Freddie Lee when he tried to escape, and he gave him this.
Agent prophecy says
when he grabbed him by the shoulder and said, "Nah, fam, you gotta stick around for this."
Nah, buddy. Yeah, Freddie Lee got two in his head.
We gotta break something off you, man. We can't just let you just leave out of here. Gotta make an example.
Trust and believe.
You gotta talk to somebody, nigga. No, you gotta talk to somebody now, bro.
Trust and believe. Peace has been brought to that village, thanks to the power of white man.
Well, you know, white man died for everybody's sins.
Ah, man, the Thai Yakuza has finally been taken down.
Thai Yakuza. We really did get the Yakuza ending, except it's not like two middle-aged fucking damn guys ripping off their clean suit. Fighting topless.
And like I said, never surrender, never back down.
Never surrender.
Tom Poe, ancillary of the Thai Yakuza.
3 Black Geeks will be back with John Claude in Double Impact.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's the next movie we're doing?
No, that's not the next movie we're doing. That's the next John Claude movie we're doing. But the next movie we're doing, got Eris, pick a number between 1 and 10.
4.
Chris?
6.
Doesn't matter. Eris picked a magic number, and that is 4. Eris, next movie we're doing.
Which one?
Ew. This is okay, Chris. This is when
this is all Chris's fault because he wanted me to do when he said, "Hey D, so we did the first one. Are we ever going to do the second one?" And that's what it hit me. Oh, we got to do the whole.
No. And like I said, this is what happens when you take a jewel a literal jewel and you watch it fall down that same mudslide that Dennis Nedry let that shaving cream canister fall down the mudslide, and it just gets covered in all of the muck.
I got a question. Air, stop. Real quick.
And it snowballs into the giant mountain of crap that is the rest of this Jurassic Park franchise.
Eris, when you say it like that, I got a question. Are we fans of this series and we wished it went better and all it did was give us shit?
Look, we got some.
I'm starting to think we're fans of the series now.
Look, we got some bitching toys out of that second movie.
Oh no, we got some bitching toys out of the third movie. And the third movie was all the good toys.
I will admit that I liked the Jeep. I liked the Raptor catcher.
Yeah. It was good. It was
Raptor catcher, yo, man. That's
the commercials made. Look, let me tell you something about Lost World.
It was a literal Jeep that shot a net to catch a raptor.
Let me tell you something about Lost World. The commercials for Lost World Jurassic Park made it have such a dope ass storyline than what the fucking actual movie was and shit. Like, oh, look at this Jeep that's catching a raptor. You're thinking you're gonna get some cool shit like that in the movie. Nope.
No, that was what was always so amazing about the toys for these movies was that you got toys for movies that didn't even feature none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
We are, and to be honest, hold on. To be correct, D, we did the second one already.
Yes, we did do the second one. We're doing the third one. I'm saying when Chris mentioned hey D, when are we going to do the second one? That's when it hit me. Oh fuck!
But even when the third one,
all of them.
But the third one really reinforced how ideas going into it didn't necessarily hit the final product. Because when you look at 3, it's like, okay, second one, yeah, bigger and better. I get the logic on that one. Fine. Third one, they thought, okay, what if we went back to the roots of the ooh and ah and the horror of dinosaurs? And it stopped. You kind of think that it's getting it, but it doesn't.
No,
it's wacky.
It's just terrible because you introduce a dinosaur.
Spinosaurus or some shit.
You introduced the Spinosaurus to this movie, a dinosaur that does not show up for the rest of this franchise.
Every Jurassic Park franchise, starting with 3, always introduce some dinosaur that's supposed to be bigger and better than the T-Rex, and then they use the whole movie to prove the T-Rex is dominant through bullshit and such.
They keep on giving these especially when we get to the fourth one. They give the T-Rex a layup. The T-Rex, by all accounts, should lose. Oh, look, the Raptors are helping. And see what I'm talking about? How white people put their intentions in the dinosaurs.
A genetic freak. The Scott Steiner of dinosaurs has been running roughshod over everybody in the movie. And all of a sudden, the T-Rex came in like Lex Luger.
I like how Brock Lesnar flattens out the whole roster.
Hey, Chris, and the funny thing is that genetic T-Rex actually does use Steiner math.
You see, when you got me versus a T-Rex, he ain't got the arms. He has 33 and a third less arms than I do. And then when you got a genetic freak like me, who also
your chances of winning drastically go down.
And sacrifice. See Samoa Joe. Here's me. Samoa Joe would be there. Yes. Hey, Chris, can you imagine? I said Samoa Joe would be there. So when they go to the match, you be like, oh shit, it's gonna be a T-Rex and the invisible dinosaur and Samoa Joe. And you hear Samoa Joe's music go off, and you just see Joe walking down there with the tie. Here's me. Joe gonna fuck them. I got Joe win. No, Joe ain't gonna win the fight, but he gonna get all the good.
Nah, D ain't lying. They really gave the T-Rex a leg up. It's like this movie 3 they did it, World they did it, and then the next one I'm like, okay, this is stupid. This is dumb.
It's every movie.
I get it. The first movie, the big thing, the kids. I get it. The second movie.
These T-Rexes,
alright. The second movie, I get it. Looking in the pool, that dog died, and them shoulder, and then the world's smallest T-Rex
checking
The world's smallest cheating T-Rex running side by side a bus. This movie's gonna. All right. Next movie, y'all. Jurassic Park 3. Sam Neill comes back. Yay!
I'm trying to get excited about it.
We see y'all next week.